Hi, you all. Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a collective reading. Okay, so let's get into it here. Your mother could be on her deathbed. Okay, of course, a Libra could be on their deathbed. I don't know. Somebody could have did some drugs or they smoked something and they feel weird. Okay, something about their stomach is up. Feel like it's turned upside down. So somebody could have smoked something, some shit. Or somebody's mother. Some of you guys, your mother's doing crack or thinking about doing crack. It's something weird. I don't want to be mean, but I'm hearing like, don't hang out with that hoe. Like somebody's saying, don't hang out with your mother. If she doing crack or he's doing crack, like just act like you don't fucking know the bitch. That's what I'm getting. I'm hearing wow. I mean, like, it's not wow when you're in a situation and somebody moving the way how they moving, reality fucking snaps. I mean, like, and I'm also getting like, you guys are about to go back to, not go back to college. You guys are in the university already, or somebody's in the university. Like somebody's in like professor energy. Like, no. Somebody telling you randomly out on the street and it's really making you think. And this is somebody that's a nobody or somebody that is like, you're in this professor energy. Like, no. Okay? No. They really, and it's really making you think like, I don't know, but that's my mom, that's my dad, like that's my friend, like this and that and third. No, that's okay. So we have the base chakra. That's a confirmation. It's about stability. That's solid. Base chakra is about flight or fights. That's base. On God. Something about France too could be significant here. We have challenging times too as well. Awaiting results. Somebody could be seeing you any energy. There's somebody that's doing some shady shit here and they trying to see if some shit is working. Or some shit is gonna come out. But spirit gonna come to this person and be like, I don't think you should do that. Yeah, seek the truth here. I don't think you should do that. And it's not the fact that they're not ready for the truth, it's the fact that like Spirit is like, I don't want you getting caught being mischievous. I don't want you getting caught being funny. Because you really don't know what the fuck is going on. We have dreams coming true here. Yeah. And I'm also seeing that in the collective, you guys' dreams is coming true. So if this is you, don't do that. Like, don't be dumb. Like, some of you guys are in school or some of you guys are in college or you know somebody. Don't, like, tell this person to keep going to school. Be on their fucking ass. Because I do see that with dreams coming true here, some shit is working. This is somebody that could go to college. This is somebody that could move out. This is somebody that could do something with their life here. You know, tell this person, speak some common sense in them. Speak some common sense with them. And also, I'm getting like, you know, someone is hearing you. Like, if you've been encouraging them and stuff like that, they're hearing you. They're listening. And they appreciate it. We have new vitality and refusing to see exactly. At first, this person wasn't seeing it, but now they do. They see it. Some of you guys could be, like, around drug addicts, or there's something about... like you guys live in a bad neighborhood or there's something that like is not healthy. This could be the school, the neighborhood, the environment. Maybe there's like bad habits around you here. I don't like saying the word bad. I feel like also where you're at here, it's kind of like some freedom rider shit, you know, like, but it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's enough to make you like, I don't know if I should say in school, like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel get dimmer, you know, like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Well, what should I do? You should keep going. I feel like your son, your daughter, I feel like your son and your daughter, especially, no, both of them, they both going through this, like, realization is what I want to call it. Like, they're at a crossroads right now, and I don't know if they're, like, mischievous, but they haven't really, like, I don't know, like, if they're doing drugs or if there's something about hardcore drugs, you know what I'm saying? There's something with hardcore drugs here, like, it's not they're really trying to figure it out. I feel like I don't think a trip is suffice, because I feel like this is gonna encourage them to do more. Okay, like, it's gonna encourage them to be comfortable, you know, to in that. And, oh, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. No, it's pretty bad. It's no. What they need is to have a bit of support. That's what this energy is. I feel like this energy is talking about support. Yeah, sacral chakra, solar plex chakra reverse here. There's a sense of, like, I don't know who I am. I can't move. I'm not as confident. I'm insecure. Okay, I'm ashamed. Embarrassment, possibly. Some of you guys are like, so this person feels bad for what they did to me. Not exactly, but I do see that God is talking to them, and they like, listen, I want to get your life to be saved. I want to save your life. I want you to be gotten. Okay, like, and I know that this is not the road that you want to take. So this person is trying to do something to you here. This person is trying to, like, I'm not gonna lie, embarrass you. Because you be repping a side, or you be repping some shit, or you stay true to some morals and values here, and you be embarrassed and shit like that. I also feel like your mother will still be like, good for your ass, like, you know, this and that and third, because you need to trust the family that you with or the friends that you have. Something about a professor. A professor is very significant, and I feel like this professor is like, just stay insightful, spiritual, knowledgeable, and smart. Okay, like, keep off the streets. That's all you got to do. Wake up early in the morning, do what you got to do, and that's it. And come back home and do it again, and follow the system, because the system is gonna help you get out of shit. And you could be quiet about that shit, or you could be loud about it. But everybody, the good and the bad, accepts both sides, honestly. So you really don't need to, you know what I'm saying? There's something in the works for you, is what I'm sensing. I'm really picking this up strongly, but I feel like this needs to be very, very quiet, because I feel like Spirit is like, I want you to make the decision on your own. I want you to decide. Okay? And I feel like Spirit is trying to say, like, the things that you're saying, the things that you're saying, the things that you're doing, or the things that this person is saying is doing is very, very fucking effective. It's very effective. Monumental, I might add. Okay? I don't know what this person is trying to do to you, but this person's heartbroken. This person, you also could have passed a test, or something passed. You passed, and this person didn't pass. This person don't want to go to the hospital, take a test, because they know they're going to fucking fail, and they don't want to hear the failure shit, but they know you passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person is, oh my God, they're a work of art, to be quite honest. We have sparks here. Some of you guys here, this person definitely met someone new, or somebody that is somebody that's part of some type of crowd. We have destiny here, and that's why this person's going, and some of you guys, there's some type of, like, track. Destiny, where somebody's going. Yeah, hideaway. Somebody's like, oh yeah, yeah, we should go smoke. Yeah, we should go to the park. We should go do this. But this is obviously a motherfucker or a lover they should not trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. This is not the way to go. You guys need to monitor your kids, or if somebody asks you to go somewhere new or do, like, and you know this person bad news, don't go. Or just stay in your lane. Have money in your pocket. Like, do something. Because I don't like this energy. I don't like that. Because y'all walking. Yeah, you see, like, stay in school. Or tell your kids to stay in school, or do something. Because I do see marriage. It's going to be a journey, but I do see a marriage. Somebody named to be nanny. I'm also getting, like, this person, somebody could have met somebody that was an OCDer. Okay, somebody's doing OCD, or they go to, what do you call that? Groups. There's nothing wrong with groups, but it's like, that's not the right tracks, honey. Use your intuition discernment. Like, this is somebody that wants to, I'm getting somebody wants to do cocaine, heroin. Like, they want to do shit like this. Some of you guys, your ex could be wanting to do that shit like this. Yeah, this is like drug, sex, money. And then this person wants to do drugs and then want to like fuck you. Like come back to fuck you while they got heroin or cocaine in their system. Or they want to sweet talk you or ask you for help or some shit like that. Yeah, they like, oh, I was thinking about you, masturbating to you. Or this person may want to smoke weed and do this, but girl, we have I miss you. And we have protected. Yeah, the sex is going to be protected, and make sure you have protected sex. Maybe you miss this person too. I feel like this is like a sex ed, like a little thing going on. But listen, at the end of the day, spirit is protecting this person from you, and you're protected as well. Okay, let's see what's going on with this professor energy. Like, where y'all at? Because I feel like this is somebody that's at a crossroads, and maybe this is somebody that's carrying an STD, or they about to have unprotected sex with somebody, and they about to catch the XTD. If this is not your current partner, if you're not having sex here, I just feel like this is somebody that is coming to you, and you need to use your discernment. This person probably gonna tell you a story, and they told them to go somewhere. This is kind of remind me of like Candy from, you know, and they got hooked on phonics or some shit like that. But I feel like it's something bad. Like, it's not. You could tell that this person is like still deciding. But you're protected, and this person's protected too as well. Neptune, Pisces, inspire others with, be prepared to, sacrifice for, yielding is the only way, when it should be the idealization of, confusion regarding sacrifice. Yeah, like, it's like the story needs to be straight. Somebody's story's not straight. It's like, what? And this person could work a full-time job or a part-time job, but they work as a full-time job serving, do it a little or at a time. Service to others, what is good for us, your work. I feel like this is somebody that needs to go to a foster home. Okay, oh, I get it. Somebody needs to go to a foster home. Somebody's smoking too much weed in the house around somebody's child, or they fucking too much. They making the child think about doing drugs and all this shit here. They think that, oh, the child is just gonna smoke weed or just do heroin, but the child wants to do heroin, drugs. They want to do heroin, cocaine. They want to do all that shit. They fuck so much, they suck dick so much, smoke weed so much, they smoke cigarettes so much, is making a child wonder about their path. A trip is not necessary, but if a child is going on a trip here, you know, and if it's not a child, it could be a regular person here. Or it's not argument, it's a tit for tat, but somebody need to like stay working, stay in school. Scorpio here. You got a controlling motherfucker in the situation too as well. It's a lot. Like, I don't know if there's like a party. I'm also getting like somebody was trying to stay down with somebody or a crowd, but they end up like making themselves sick. And And with maturity here, this is Saturn, a Scorpio, not a Scorpio, Sagittarius and a Scorpio could be significant here. We also have Mars, which is Scorpio. A Capricorn could be important here. The maturity that brings caution regarding limit imposed. Yeah, I'm seeing a Capricorn that's catching everything. It's just that a Capricorn could be too emotional. They upset, or this is somebody that is very eager. Very eager. They're very aware. You know, but I feel like this is a Capricorn that's emotional. Over energy, we have Mercury here, and this is somebody that's gonna say some shit, and they're gonna end up getting themselves kicked out of a group, and now this person is gonna be like, okay, I'm still in the crossroads. Okay, we have the fourth house. As you did in the past, your home base or your family, do what makes you feel secure. Exactly, this root energy. Okay, we have your beliefs, the cost of, there needs to be an investigation. And somebody needs to be placed properly. Okay, because there's like irresponsibility, synchronicity happening, and and I'm also getting like somebody's doing this shit here because they want their kids to be successful and not somebody else's kid. Like they don't want to win. They don't want them to have a better life. They want them to be the statistic of a situation or of the person. I don't know. This seems a little weird. There needs to be an investigation. There needs to be an investigation. There needs to be an investigation. If you guys are gonna have sex with somebody random, make sure you guys use protective sex, protective condoms. Okay, and somebody needs to go to foster care or child services needs to step in. If this is like Freedom Writers. If you guys haven't watched the movie, there was this white lady that came inside the classroom. They couldn't control the students, but you know, she really got to know them like a Republican with a Democrat, versus Democrats. Like Democrats, they just put a band-aid. That's how they be talking and moving. Republicans, they be really talking and like having a conversation, and the conversation could be real. Can you just tell me what I just said? You just said they could reiterate that shit. Okay. And and she was really having that conversation with them, and she was really touching these students' soul, and they were each and every one of them was going through some shit. You know, one was living in a fucking wall, the other one is crazy. And I feel like in the whole movie was about like unseen, like a center space, you know, but they had all this shit going on here, just like this person, or maybe you going through something like this. You have all this shit going on here: money, finances, maybe jail, prison, credit cards, or this could be like, food. This could be also pantry shit. This could be, homelessness, or not having clothes, or you trying to go through withdrawals. You had a history of drugs. You do this. It's a lot going on. Maybe you was in a shelter. Maybe you're a single mom and the guy's coming back and he's leaving. Maybe he gave you an STD, or she gave you an STD. Something's going on here. Okay. And you need to go to the right resources. Okay, or this person needs to go to the right resource, because the people, places, and things, this is not happening. And the only way out, the only card that's upright is a Capricorn, Saturn, and that shit is karmic. Okay, so not necessarily, but it's the only one that's gonna work hard at something. But the overall energy, you too up, you too hype. Like you're supposed to be. This is an action, right? You're supposed to be the drive for the the confronting of, right? They're supposed to address the situation like a Taurus. The Taurus is supposed to be in its resources to maintain the practicality of, resulting from the productivity of, instead it's about like, your beliefs, the cost of the use the most direct way. Like, you don't need to make a fucking point. Like, don't make no point, don't get involved. Like, at the end of the day, the whole fucking fruit is rotten. How long the fruit has been in the refrigerator? It's been in there for months and it still looks good on the outside, but it's like, can the fruit last that long, or is it freezer burn? It's freezer burn. Just throw the whole shit out. Just throw the whole shit out. And this Saturn, maybe a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, and a Capricorn, just throw that whole shit out, because those was probably the fruits that are, there's nothing wrong out there, there's nothing wrong on the outside, but they've been in the fucking refrigerator for years, or the freezer for years, or for months, for days, decades. Okay, because this ain't. Find a new job. I don't want to say find it, because this is some weird ass shit. It's like somebody getting hooked on drugs or hooked on prostitution or some shit like that. Can't have that nowhere. And then there's a professor in your energy, or you could be a professor, or you can go to a university and be a professor, or you're in a professor energy. That's wise. That's wisdom. I've been places. Professor people are like old people in an appropriate manner, in an appropriate way. Because I noticed that professors have that like same energy, same aura as old people, but old people, professors are more youthful. Okay, they're young. And then they look like old people, but they look like they transmuted the energy appropriately. Looks like old white, not white people, sorry. Old people had it crammed all in one go. It's good to comb out the information sometimes, and that's what a professor is. And spirit is trying to show you, or this person that's doing things to you here, that it's good to comb out the information. It's good to comb out the energy. Some of you guys here, y'all gonna have to move your location. Somebody needs to move. Y'all need to move. Because this whole thing with these people, where we have loud and clear, this whole thing, this shit is so obvious. It's so obvious that nobody's a fucking hero, and somebody has to protect themselves or save themselves. It's a fucking flaw. They have to save themselves. They have to protect themselves. And how they can protect themselves when they're a kid? How can they protect themselves when they don't have no resources? They don't know where to look. What do you want this person to do? We have laser beam. Pay attention to how loud something is. Are you fucking serious? No. Nobody trying to catch no STDs. Nobody's trying to catch nobody wants to do drugs. Nobody wants to live in that situation. Nobody wants to fucking be the hero. And this is a situation where you don't need to be the hero, but bitches is coming in where it's like, it was time for you to be the hero, but we don't need a hero anymore. We need a good influence. We need a sense of direction. We need to have protective sex. We need to be protected. Abracadabra, surprise. And it's a surprise because now you know how bitches really are moving. I don't give a fuck. I want to suck that motherfucker off. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to smoke a whole bunch of weed. I don't give a fuck of secondhand smoke and secondhand. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. That's why I don't like the low income neighborhood too. Like when motherfuckers be talking like that. Oh, it is what it is. Your parents be talking to you like that. You tell your parents shut the fuck up. You tell your parents, you can go live your fucking boring ass, dumb ass, stupid ass fucking life speaking like that. Because bitch, you will never fucking fall. You would never fucking fall. And you know what? You keep talking like that, you're going to end up being like that. And that's why you're mad, because you realize a little too fucking late. Now you're trying to have a little fucking disciple. Not this one. Not this one, honey. Don't let nobody talk to you like that. And it's not even in an egotistical way. Watch the company you bring and the crowd you keep. Because they came to do drugs and you came to sing. That's this energy. Don't let nobody, y'all thinking about some shit and y'all should not be doing that. Or wear a condom, or make sure you're protected. Don't be making you feel some type of way because you gotta protect yourself, or that backwards shit, or that but what it really means on the subconscious level. Fuck you. I'm protecting myself. I don't give a damn what the fuck you talking about. It's 2025 going to 2026, bitch. Don't play yourself, ho. Don't play yourself here. People tell you, oh, but the economy, nothing, motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, we all, like I said, listen, we all gotta live with each other. We all gotta coexist with each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to, but we need to. And we have to, bitch, because you don't know what the fuck is going on, ho. So don't try to play it. That's why we got the death penalty. Because if you want to try that shit, I'll try it for your ass. And the people, whoever's going through this here, because some of you guys are like, oh, aren't you gotta spread love and light? This is the root chakra. That's where they gonna stay. That's what's happening. That's stability. That's where it's all going. It don't mean that you need to stay there. And nobody's bashing on nobody. If you really like what you like, if you really want to go in that direction, then go be in that direction. But you're not taking me down. You're not taking the collective down. They're not taking you down. That's it. That's it. Nobody's doing none of that shit here. And if you feel some type of way, then you need to change. That shit don't resonate with you. You just being funny. And that's gonna make you more angry with the fuck I'm saying, or how people are moving towards you. That's crazy. How? Don't you like that shit? I'm gonna move away. Why are you mad? You mad because you mad at your own damn self. We have sunshines, lollipops, rainbows everywhere. This is somebody that is trying to reel y'all motherfucking in. And I see that you or this person gonna want to throw that shit up. They like, that shit nasty. You live in a dirty ass house. You got a nasty ass attitude. You doing all types of shit here. You doing all types of the fucking disgusting ass shit here. And your ass is over here like, Byron. Nasty ass fucking breath and all types of shit here. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's like, clearly you don't care about your hygiene. So bitch, I gotta talk like this, honey. I gotta talk like this, ho, because you don't care. And now I gotta make you care. This person trying to force his shit on you with hair boy hair. It's a fucked up situation. Now who the fuck is hero? You are the hero. This person's the hero. God or the universe don't want this person nor you, or they don't want this person being mischievous, because that's not the fucking answer. They like, you gotta understand the situation that you in. This is a fucking crossroad. You gonna gotta do what you gotta do here, but don't be on that side, honey. Don't be doing that shit forever. Oh, I think I didn't know, do the right thing in this situation. Because this is definitely somebody that wants you to do a good time for a one time. One time for a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's just one time. It won't happen again. Or this is my life. Or this is the situation. This is what the shit is. I'm also getting like somebody's never fucking spent a day in their life in some situation and they want to just go hand some shit over. Bitches don't care. Hoes don't care. His vibe don't care. You don't give a fuck. You got problems. And spirit is like, that is not your problem and that's not this person's problem. Some of you guys, y'all meant to be professors. Y'all meant to be professors and maybe y'all not ready for that. But it is what it is. Y'all ready to be professors. Y'all ready to be CEOs, managers, open up your own business, maybe open up your own school. Dream big. This is like dream big. And that's how you know the situation is pretty big if you're trying to open up a damn school or a hotel, or you're trying to rebuild Congress or some shit like that. I don't know. This is so... I'm hearing, make sure that shit don't happen again. I feel like a professor is like, don't fuck up. Like, that shit crazy. Because that's pretty obvious. That's going to make somebody want to do drugs, do cocaine, be a prostitute. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Somebody saying don't fuck up. Somebody, that's crazy. Somebody was like, get the fuck out my, they know you was gonna be a prostitute. If you ain't had no family, no shelter, no nothing, they was like, that's prostitution. Where you gonna go? You gonna confide in a dude, right? And it's crazy because, like I said, these dudes out here, not all of them, but a hefty amount. I ain't even gonna hold you. A hefty amount. They see a pretty little girl and they make that bitch a prostitute. And I'm not gonna lie, it's the women's fault. The women that have boys out here and they don't do shit and they relying on a man and they not on their ass, that's your problem. That's your problem. Ain't nobody fault but yours. And you think it's so cute, that's why I say them things, honey. It's not a joke. That is your problem. It's not funny. It's not cute. And now you walking around and now you, oh, he's a rapist or he's this. That's your problem. You got to be on his ass. They say it's harder to push out a boy than a girl. That means you need to be 10 times on his ass. And that's not being mutable. You need to be on his ass. And prepare for that child to prepare, listen, honey. You ever met a hard-headed motherfucker? That's crazy, honey. There's people that's pimps. They sell drug, prostitution. Who prostituting? Ain't no bitch prostituting. Rarely. It's dudes. That's crazy. Nobody making fun, but it's like, it comes a time where it's like, come on, this whole energy is about responsibility. Like, own up to your own shit. You got all these fucking sons, or you got a son, or you got whatever. What the fuck are you gonna do? And your child is growing up, and where they at? I was just finished telling somebody, I'm like, how the fuck you live in a hood and you got a son or a daughter, right? And you moving the way how you moving, and your son or your daughter's in the type of, it's your fault. Like, why didn't you move? Like, there's no way, if somebody was after me or whatever, there's no fucking way I'm staying there if my child future is like set for life. There's no fucking way. You obviously want those kids there for your company. I got a kid. Like, there's no fucking way, bro. There's no way. You're a fucked up mom, you're a fucked up dad, and that's who you are. It's hard. There's nothing hard about it. Because, bitch, I'm here. And I'm, what the, you going through some emotional shit. There's no fucking way. You're a bad parent. You're a bad parent. And ACS should be taking those kids. And it's crazy because now you gotta watch the ACS people too. And the low income and the high income. It's like, nobody should be having kids. I'm not gonna lie. If the crime rate, it's like, that's somebody else's child. And what happens if it gets to the point where they like, oh, you did something bad, or the death penalty, you gonna be crying. I don't know, why the fuck are you crying for? That shit is irritating too. It's like somebody saying, like, why the fuck are you crying for when you did it to yourself? And then you want to put people in jail for like some fraudulent shit. There's no way. Nobody cares about that. Money is money. That shit paper. Well, people do, but that shit crazy, bro. And it's the fact that, like, somebody, that's crazy, man. It's just like, I'm glad that somebody at the end of the day, or you or this person, is the superhero, because they're like, that disgusts me with hairball. Like, that's that they want to regurgitate. Like, that shit is crazy. You making it so obvious, like, that's who you are. That's what you want them. You're nasty. You're nasty, honey. We have divine masculine. That's how you know this is a very powerful message. Excuse me. Divine masculine here. Over energy, we have alchemy. I'm also getting like somebody called on God. Somebody called on the universe. Somebody called. ACS work, or somebody just stepped in. Divine masculine. Somebody's father. A divine masculine here. Making their point with alchemy here. I don't have everything. I don't have all the tools, but I'm here. I'm showing up. Divine masculine here too as well. This is somebody, I'm not gonna lie, this is so scary, but this is so weird too, because it's like, For some of you guys, the same person that made this shit happen, with all this negative shit here, is the same person that's gonna come in and be your friend or be that happy ever after for y'all. And then others of you guys here, there's no happy ever after, okay? With, you know, but the divine masculine comes in and this person is kind to you, they're ideal, and they act with their wisdom to make some shit happen. Clarifying divine masculine, we have cosmic flowers. Some of you guys, this could be your father or somebody that feels like home to you. Some of you guys, you need to be careful because this could be like a pimp. Yeah, we're perception here. You guys could be having flashbacks because you're like, yo, this person can make me a pimp. This person can make me this person can be that. This person can do that. This person can do that. I could have went through this here, but I do feel like this person has good intentions. Use your intuition discernment. This person, is clear about what this person is very passionate about, and use your intuition discernment. If this person is talking about money, then go towards money. You need to use, or this person needs to use the shit that, you know, stay in school, because that be your way out. And it's so true what they be saying on TV and everything. School is your way out. I felt like it was a way out. Oh, I felt like doing music or rapping was my way out, and they end up being celebrities. But what they start doing, drugs, sex, money, that makes no fucking sense. And you do it over and over and over and over. You think you want it, but until you go back to your roots, you be like, you know, honestly, I wasn't even smoking weed that much. I wasn't even doing it, you know, and now you are. Calm down. And some of you guys, I'm not advertising Republicans or anything like that, because I know Democrats, they did save, you know, they was a huge help in history with slavery and everything. But at the end of the day, you know, like, we could have had better conditions. And, you know, Democrats, they do move. Like, we've been in a Democrat state, or we've been in the, and it's spiritually, we've been in, and it's like, it's dirty. Like, the streets is dirty. You know, like, it's not, like, we have a conversation, but shit around us is still dirty. And it's like, I would like to have a conversation and live in an environment where it's clean. And honestly, if I'm jumping through all these hoops and everything, and I could get to my destination, why can't we have a normal conversation? Oh, you're emotional. So let's talk about that. Oh, I don't know. You need to step down from the fucking podium and realize that you too motherfucking emotional. Because that shit is not going to go down in motherfucking history. And we're going to get the right Republican if y'all don't really like Trump. But you're going to get the right Republican, and that motherfucker going to be like, listen, we about to make this shit purple. Because you over here have a dirty, you having a conversation, giving people what they want here, but we living in a dirty environment. You living through the fucking walls. Over here, we having a conversation. How about we have a conversation, go back to back, and have a better surrounding? Make that shit purple. But, you know, purple was back then, you know, with the kings and queens. So, we ain't ever going purple. We're going to like some Queen Elizabeth shit. But there needs to be something where it's like, you know. All right. That was your exit card. Let me get one more. Let me see the Keepers of the Light. Keepers of the Light. Yeah, teacher awakening. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is about a professor. Okay, Mary Magdalene, teacher awakening. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like there's a sense of you know, like uncomfortableness with this divine masculine. But like I said, you gotta use situations and people, places, and things as your way out. Okay, because this is somebody that's gonna give you a way out. This is not somebody that's gonna be like, oh, you know, it's gonna be all good and everything. This is a way out. You need to get the fuck out. Okay, like I said, stay in school, get a job. You know, this person's talking about money, and that's a way out, and that's what society tells you about where you're at here and stuff like that. Then, yeah, get the fuck out. Because, well, if you have all these perceptions about this person being passionate and everything, and this person's passionate about a job or money right now, you probably right. Like, this person, what's the next thing this person gonna be passionate about if it's not about money? If it's not about what the fuck, Mary Magdalene, get with it. Okay? So that's all that I have for you. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, share, look at the description box below. So that's all. If you check my Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.